currently working on multiple UiPath projects. So today in this video, we will learn what is a library and how do you use that in UiPath. So the challenge for the ThinkBot is to create a library. Please do watch this video until the end. Alright, so what is a library? Library is a package which contains multiple reusable components. For example, you are logging into a website in your project. So logging into a website, you might require it in multiple times, right? So multiple times you have to log in for different tasks inside the project. So you don't have to write the code every time you want to log in, right? You will drag the open browser and then log in, click, and all those activities you don't have to write it again and again. So the reusable components can be turned to be a library. We can create a library, and once the library is created, we can drag and drop those activities and without writing the codes inside them. So this is very beneficial while creating a project. And moreover, the libraries are getting saved as .nupkg. This is the file format. So let's get started. So today in this video, we will log into a portal. We'll log into a portal called acmetest.uipath.com. Just in Google, you just type Acme UiPath, you will get the link on the Google page. So once you get there, it has to log in to the portal. You can, in case you have not registered, you can just register and then you will get the credentials. You can create the credential for yourself, and once that is done, you can log in. Okay, so once the bots log in, it has to click on work item, and all the work items needs to be downloaded. Clear? And this has got there in the multiple pages, so it needs to click on this button and download all the data. Once the download is complete, it has to click on the home page and then click on logout. So these are the three different activities. So if I say there are three different libraries which we can create, or activities we can create. One is for the login, which is a reusable components. I can call this login multiple times inside the project. And another one is to download the data. Even I can call this multiple times inside the project. The third one is how do you log out. So these are the simple components which can be reused multiple times without writing the code inside it, right? Without designing the code. All you have to do is drag and drop these activities. So this will be very interesting. Let's have a check how to create that. So first thing is you have to go to UiPath, and here in the home page of UiPath, click on home. Here you have something called start, and here below process you have library. So here you have to click on library and give a name. So I will say Acme ExpoHub test library. Okay, so this is the activity name. Like when inside the UiPath, when you click on activity, you see Excel and you see workbook and all those things, right? Similar way you will find Acme ExpoHub. So let me create that and be able to understand in much clear way. All right, done. Now the first thing is step number one is you have to click on project. Okay, the moment you click on project, you can see the library name is Acme ExpoHub, and here you have a new activity. So what I will do, I will right click on this one, click on rename, and give a title as login, because I'm going to design three different activities: login, download, and logout. So first thing is I'm going to click on login and click OK. So we can give a name login Acme and click OK. Alright, so the activity got created. Now the next thing is you do a double click on this. Okay, once you double click, it will come into this particular page. So to log in, generally what you will do, you will open a browser. So I will drag and drop open browser activity. Okay, so the sequence will automatically come. You can see that open browser. Now in the double quotes, I am going to mention the site URL. So what I will do, I'll go back to Acme site, and this is the URL. Copy the URL, and then you have to go back and within the double quotes you have to paste that. Alright, so this is going to open the browser, and once the browser is open, then I have to type my email address, correct? So what I will do, I will click on type into and drag this inside the do and indicate inside the browser. I'll click on that one, select email. Okay, the email got selected. Here, instead of directly writing the email address, I'll be using a variable named arguments, right? So let's say, what is an argument? Control M you do, and you will get set argument. Here I'm going to say email address. So you can say whatever name I am giving as email address in the argument, once the library got created, this email address on the right hand side property panel, you will find it here. Okay, it will say email address. Okay, make a note, email address. So we will see that, it will be more clear once you see it is happening. All right, so this is done. Now next thing, after this, what should I do? So once the argument email address is created, it's in argument, right? It will accept the data. Okay, once this is created, the next thing is I have to enter the password. So for, again, you will say type secure text, because password is a secure text, so we'll be using this activity. And here again, click on indicate element, click on password, and here in the password you can see input secure text is there. Again, highlight this, do a control M as in Mike. So control M, and here I'm going to say Acme password. This is the argument variable I have created. Okay, so now once it is done, next thing I have to do is click on login. Correct? So click, and I will click the activity, indicate element, and I'll select login. Alright, so this 3 is done. So one library got created, so I'll click on save. Now next thing, I'll go to project again. The next activity that I have to do is download, right? For download, again I have to write another library, so all this will become one activity which you can drag and drop to the project. Okay, so for that, again I will right click here in the main one, and then click on add and click a sequence. Okay, now here for this one you will say download data Acme. Okay, this is the activity name. Click on create. Alright, if you go back to the project, you can see there's another XML file has been created, download data. So all this activities you can drag and drop. I will show you. Download. Now to download, what are the activities you'll be using? First thing is a click activity, right? You will be clicking on inside the website. So I'll go back to the website and let me manually log in for the moment. Okay, and then enter the password. Okay, click login. Alright, so here it has to click on work item. I'll go back to UiPath, indicate on screen, select work item. Alright, this is done. So once the click activity is done, the next activity is data scraping, right? For that, what I will do is click on work items, and this is the data which it needs to scrape. So for that, click on data scraping. Okay, and then hit on next, select element. It's asking which element you want to select. Hit on next and select one of the element. So it is automatically recognizing you selected a table cell. Would you like to extract the data from the whole table? Say yes to it. Okay, so it can see entire data got extracted. Okay, done. Then click on finish, post which is going to ask, is the data spanning multiple pages? Is your data is there in the multiple pages? Say yes to that prompt and indicate where it should click. So this is the icon, it should click. Done. So now what it will do, it is going to extract all the data. So while it has extracted all the data, is going to store inside a variable or a data table variable called extract data table. Now I wanted to store that inside a Excel file. So what I will do, I'll use a Excel scope. Okay, Excel application scope. Okay, so I will drag and drop that here, and then inside the application scope I will mention where I would like to store the file. So what I will do, select it here and go to your desktop, and there should be a file. So let me quickly create an Excel file where I want to store it. Okay, now this one I want to save it as Excel workbook, and in the desktop I'm going to store, and I will give a name as download Acme data. All right, Excel workbook got created. I'm going to save it. Done. Now the same file I'm going to use it over here. I'll click this, go to desktop and select the file which I just created. Okay, the file got selected. Now here in this file it has to write the data, right? So whatever it has downloaded, it should write. For that I will use a activity called write range. Okay, write range, that should be Excel scope inside this. So I will drag and drop here, and here everything would remain same. It is going to write in the sheet 1 starting from the A1 cell. Okay, so data table, so the input data got stored in extract data table variable, right? So the same data would come. Let me show you again. Here you have the extract data table variable. So inside the extract data table, all the data is there. It's going to write it inside the Excel file. Done. So this activity also created. So click on save. Done. So now you have created two different activities. The last activity is logout. So how do I use that? Again, go to project, right click, add, and click on sequence. And here you say logout. Logout Acme. This is the name. Click on create. Now if you go back to the project, you can see the logout Acme got created. Now for logout, there are two things. One is I have to click and indicate on screen, and you need to click on the home page. Go to the home page, and the next activity is again a click activity. Indicate on screen, and it should click on logout. So for that I want to stop it. Click on F2, go to the home page. Okay, you can see the counter is going on. F2 is the key to stop that, and then the next one is logout. So I'll select logout. Okay, so the two activities got selected and we are done, right? So there are three activities we have created. So once all the required activities in the library got created, the next step is you need to hit on publish. Okay, so I am going to hit on publish. So all the projects whichever is there here, everything will get published. Hit on publish, and here instead of orchestrator you'll be selecting custom library. Okay, even in the orchestrator you can upload the library, but for the moment in this example we'll be using custom. So select the folder, and inside UiPath Acme library, right, Acme ExpoHub. So this I'm selecting, select folder. So inside that folder everything will get published. Release note, you can say three activities created. Three activities are there, are available. One is login, download, and logout. Done. And this is the new version 1.0.1. More changes you do, the version will automatically change. Include source should be kept checked. Okay, and then click on publish. All right, now you can see it is getting published. All right, so once the publish is done, you can see there is a notification which has come, library published successfully, name Acme ExpoHub, and this is inside this folder. So let's have a check. Let's go to the folder. So it will be inside the documents, and then UiPath, and then Acme ExpoHub, and you can see .nupkg format file got created. All the activities will be inside this. Okay, these are the three different XML files. Very good. So once this step is done, okay, so what are the steps that we have learned? First is create activities. So we have created three activities in our example. Second step is you just save and publish it, right? So second step is publish it. Okay, the third step is you have to go to manage packages. Okay, go to manage packages, and here click on settings. Okay, manage packages settings, and here what you have to give, do is give that name Acme Expo Hub and refer it to the source, where click here and then go to documents, UiPath, and Acme Expo Hub, select folder. Done. And once it is done, click on add. You can see it has come here. All right, now this has come over here. Now click here, Acme Expo Hub. Here you can see version 1.0.1. This is the second step. So what I did, go to settings, give a name, give that location where it is there, and the moment you click on add, this get added over here. And after that, come to this Acme Expo Hub library, and here if you highlight, you will get a install option. Just click on this. Okay, now once you do that, if you go to all packages and type Acme library, you can see that ExpoHub library has come automatically, right? So highlight this. This is already install button I have clicked, and all I have to do is click on save. Click on save. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Acme ExpoHub. Okay. For this, now when you get that error, I'll tell you why that error is happening. All you have to do is, still you are inside the library, right? So all you do is click on new, come out of that library, click on new project. Okay, I'm creating a new project, so I need to come out of that library. Okay, remember this step because many people will face the same problem. Or else the best part is go to home, start, process, and create a new project. Okay, either that way or this way. This is the best. Acme project one, let's say. Click on create. So you need to come out of it. Okay, remember this point. Many times you will have the same problem. Why it is not working? So first come out of the library and create a new project. Okay, let me minimize all of this. Okay, so I am inside the new project. Again, go to manage package. All right, and then here you can see all packages. Now Acme library Expo Hub is already there. You need to hit on install. Okay, and then click on save. All right, now you can see the library got added. Now let me show you what happens. Now if you type Acme in the activity, you can see the Acme activities got created. The three activities we have created: login Acme, logout Acme, and download data, right? So this is how you will be using a library. Now let's see how to practically use them. So what I will do, I will double click on login Acme because the first step is login Acme. Now to login Acme, if you right click, I have created two arguments, you remember, right? Acme password and email address. Now this one, for this what I'll be doing, I'll be using something called Credential Manager to Windows Credential Manager. So if you type get secure, so there will be a activity called get secure. In case you do not find that activity, all you need to do is go to manage packages, go to click on all packages, and here you have to click on UiPath secure. Okay, UiPath dot, all right, all right. So this one is credential. Okay, just type credential UiPath. Okay, this is the one. UiPath credential activities. So here again you need to click on install and click on save. So it will automatically download the required activities. Okay, so it's adding all the dependencies, and okay, now if you type get, so you have got get secure credential. Okay, just drag and drop this one. Okay, now here in get secure credential, to do that, just on your Windows search type Credential Manager. Okay, go to Credential Manager, and here in the Credential Manager there is something called add a generic credential. Click on this one, and here I will say Acme site. Okay, so this is the name. Remember, Acme site is the name, and then username I'll enter my email address, and in the password enter the password. Okay, click on save. So now what I will do, I'll just close this, and then here in get secure credential I will say the target, right? The target is from Acme, so it will use the credential manager of Windows and use that name Acme site. So if you go back, that was the name I have saved, right? Acme credential. So this is the Acme site, right? Acme site. So this is the exact name I have to use it. Okay, Acme site. So you can see that Acme site. Now so that has got the username and password, right? We have entered there, so it should get that username and password here. So I'll create a variable control K, highlight password, control K, and here let's say I'm saying a variable password. Okay, I'll create a variable, and same way for username again I'll create a variable control K, and I will say username. Done. So whatever was stored in the credential manager, both the details will come under password and username. Simple. Now here in the login Acme activity, see, I don't have to write all the programs that I have done it last time, right? So it will simply have to drag and drop, so I can use it multiple times. So that is the benefit. Now here Acme password, right? These are the arguments which I have created. So here I will for password I have created the variable password, so I will select that variable, and for email address I have created a variable called username, so I'll enter that. Okay, so now the data would come inside this. So once it's login, the next activity that I'm going to download from Acme library, so go to Acme library, and here I'm going to download data, right? This is the next activity. Now once the download is complete, the third activity I am going to download is, see how easy it has become. Now I don't have to write any kind of, and I can use it multiple times. The next activity is logout. Okay, these are the three things it is going to automatically do. So simple, I have drag and drop all the activities. Okay, let's run this and see how it is working. So before you run, ensure you log out from the Acme site. Okay, and close this out. Done. So let me quickly run this. Okay, the execution has started. Okay, so it is opening the browser. Okay, then it's entering the username and password, trying to log in. All right. Alright guys, so you can see we have encountered a small problem. You can, if you read that, cannot find UI element because that was opened in Google Chrome, right? And right now it has opened in Internet Explorer. So how do you correct that? It's good that we have got this error. So how do you correct that? To correct that, again you go back to home page. Okay, and then here you have to select the library. So Acme Expo Hub is the library. I'll quickly go to the Acme Expo Hub library. Okay, now here in the project, click on the project, and the login Acme, right, where we had used open browser activity. Okay, so this one, the open browser, by default it will be in I. So here what you do, select this and click on Chrome. Okay, and once you selected Chrome, click on save. Okay, let me double check. So Chrome is selected, click on save, and now publish it again. Okay, so when you publish, it's going to take a new release. So 1.02 is the new release. Done. And select that folder again, go to UiPath, Acme Expo Hub, and click on select folder, and the same stuff that we have done. So I'll just leave it blank for the moment and click on publish. So now it's going to open in Google Chrome. Now let's run this. All right. Okay, so library published, and this is 1.0.2. Okay, good, we got this example how to update the library. All right, so now what we will do is I will go back to the previous project. So home and Acme project 1, I'll go there. So remember, once you have done any changes uh, to the project, right, so all you have to do is the code got changed, so you have to install the new updated library. So go to manage package again. Now if you go to Acme Expo Hub, you can see that it's saying version 1.0.2, correct? So all you do is click on this and click on save. Simple. So now the new library will get downloaded. So this is a learning, guys. So this is what you will be doing inside the project. If any changes that you want to do, this is how you do it and apply it. So good, we got that example. Now all this that we had used, I need to reuse this, because this will still contain the old data, right, or old activity data. So all I will do is I will drag and drop the activities once again. I will say Acme. So all these are updated one, right? So first one is login Acme, second one is download data Acme, and the third one is logout Acme. Done. Now here all I have to do is get secure credential, this password, this two variables, I need to enter it over here. Acme password contains in the password variable, the secure type, and the email address is there in the username variable. Just type you can see the username. Okay, so everything has come. So let's see that. Now let's run it again. Save it and run it. Okay, now it has opened. It is typing the email address, it is typing the password, hitting on login, clicking on work items, and now it's collecting all. You can see the data, how it is changing, right? It's collecting all the data from all the pages. So it is done. Now it should go to the home page. Okay, it's still collecting the data. Okay, all right, now it save the data into home. Now it's clicking on home page, clicking on logout. Okay, so now you can see how beautifully the bot has done all the activity for us, and we will quickly go back to desktop and see that file. Okay, this is the download Acme data, and you can see all the data got collected over here. Okay, all the data got collected. So this is the example of library, guys. So so what are the things that we have learned? One is you have created, first is you have created the activities, then you have published it, then once it's published, then you want to manage packages, and installed it, right? I showed you in the video. And once if you wanted to make some change, right, again change you do, and then post change you have to publish it again. And next is, again you go to manage packages and re-download the updated one, right? And then next is use it in the project, run it, right? That's simple. So these are the simple steps that we have taken. So please watch the video once again in case. And while, remember guys, while using this video, pause the video time to time and start doing simultaneously on your laptop. That is where you will, it will be very easy to learn. Okay, very simple examples we have given, so it will be very easy to learn. So thank you for watching this video. Please do comment in case this is helping you. Please do comment, do like, and subscribe to the channel. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll meet again in the next video. Thank you.